Hi! I hope that you're having a great day. I was going to do this video outside, but it is crazy windy today, and I don't think you would have been able to hear me over the wind. So, I harvested what I needed to get, and then I brought it in here to my kitchen. And I only had to go to my front yard. It's all over the place, because today, with it being fall, we start seeing some of the things that peaked up in spring but then died away with the heat of summer. They're coming back as they cool down for fall. So a lot of the spring tonics we see coming back. Today we're going to take my tincture that I started in April, and we're going to add autumn harvest of that plant. So we have the spring harvest of that plant, and now we're going to have the autumn harvest of the plant. And I have done this before with ginkgo. I know a lot of people do it with ginkgo, and I just thought that I'd try it with this one. So what we're working with today is ground ivy, but if you're here in Kansas like I am, you are probably going to know it as creeping Charlie, which is considered a noxious weed and really annoys a lot of people because it's super, super hard to kill, like dandelion. Well, there's a reason why those noxious plants are so hard to kill, because God has actually created those plants for us to use, and so they are just tenacious and they are refusing to die because they know that the benefits that they have for us we need. So if you're not familiar with ground ivy or creeping Charlie, it grows on a vine just like that. That's why it's called ivy. And it has these great, they're kind of like a clover, I think, leaf on them. And I love the smell of creeping Charlie. It reminds me, it's probably one of those smells that you either love or you hate, but it really reminds me of bee balm, and I love that smell. So, highly aromatic. So what we're going to do is we're going to just, like with any other tincture, easy breezy, we harvest, hi Monica, we harvest our fresh plant material, and we're going to put it into this jar. And I harvested this really quickly, so there's some other stuff mixed in here like grass, which we don't need, and probably sticks and stuff. I'm going to put that in there. Oh, and look, I found another sort of fun little ornamental thing that came with it. It's like a treasure. You never know what you're going to find especially when you're harvesting with your bare hands and just ripping things up. So, you're probably asking yourself, okay, noxious weed, she said it's hard to get rid of, but what on earth do I use it for? Well, just like so many other herbs, there's literally hundreds of different uses for it. Really good for the bronchioles, really good for colds. So going into cold and flu season, this is a great one to have on hand, but my favorite use for ground ivy is sinus problems. And if I ever feel like a little twinge that I'm starting to get maybe what I think might be a sinus infection, I just start hitting it with some of my ground ivy, L-campaign, and poke mixture, and that just clears it right up. I love it. And I will tell you, ground ivy is an acquired taste. Like so many tinctures, it's not, I think that's one of the things that I find the most with newbies when they're first trying tinctures is they go, oh, this doesn't taste very good, and oh, really, it doesn't? And I go and taste it, and I think, oh, no, that tastes great. Well, it's just because I know what I'm getting myself into when I go to take a tincture. So, we're going to pack this, and I'll finish it later, but we'll pack this up tight, and then, hi, Amber. We'll pack this up tight, and then we're going to take our, I use rum. I know that most herbalists, at least the ones that I run around with, they use vodka, but if you're like me and you have to be careful of any sort of gluten intolerance, go with rum. because vodka, even though it was originally made out of potatoes, is actually more of a green alcohol nowadays. So we take it and we cover it up with our booze. The lid on it, and then we'll just shake it like crazy. This invigorates the whole process. Plus, you can see right there, hopefully you can see, you see my old stuff, how it looks brown, and then my fresh stuff is a bright, bright green. Yes, I am a boozer. That shows you at how much the spring stuff had already processed and how much of the alkaloid had already transferred over from the plant material into the alcohol. So that process is going in, breaking down that cell wall in the plant, pulling out the medicinal property, which is the alkaloid, and holding that in the alcohol, and then that's what we're going to use, and that's what makes our tincture. And we're never done with the tincture until we have labeled it. So the top of our jar, we're going to write what it is. We're going to write what our menstruum was, which is the alcohol, what proof it was, and then we're going to also write the date and any other information that you might want to put on there. So like on this one, I'm going to say it's a mix between spring and autumn harvest. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy all of the fun things that are popping up again that you may have missed in the springtime that are back for the fall. And if you are local and you're wanting to find an herbalist who will help you get started on some natural health, I am here to help. All right, thanks and have a great day.